seen it? Is this on? Oh, okay. So listen, I want to talk about like when you watch the news, whenever there's a racial incident that takes place in America, on the news here lately, they say black and brown people. And it's funny when they say that because brown is not a race. Black is not a race either, but on your driver's license and all your official papers, it has your race as black, white. I don't know if they have Hispanic as a race, but like I said before in a lot of my videos, Hispanics are classified as white on paper. I don't care how dark they are, they're classified as white on paper because America has a policy that this is a white nation, and it's what it says. I forgot how they put it. Um, this is I forgot how they put it, man. When I come back to it, when I think of it, I'll come back to it. But the funny thing, like I was saying, is like they say black and brown people. Now you look at me, my color, I'm classified as black on paper, but my complexion is brown. But I think they do this on the news because they don't want to be offensive to fair-skinned people or light-skinned people. But light-skinned people, like Obama, is classified as black. Kamala Harris is classified as black. And how that started, when the country was being formed, Europeans was coming in the country, they called themselves pilgrims. And then they went from calling themselves pilgrims to calling themselves Puritans. They called themselves Puritans, and they called black people heathens. Then they started calling themselves Christian. I think they went from calling themselves Christians. But when black people and Native Americans started getting baptized, they became Christian too. So you couldn't use that as a way of separating black from white. So they started calling themselves English. They started calling themselves English. But when the country started getting an influx of European immigrants from other parts of England, they couldn't. From other parts of Europe, they couldn't use that as a term anymore. So they started calling themselves, was it like German American, Italian American, Irish American, Polish American. So black people said, well, hell, I'm African American. So they couldn't use that as a means of separating themselves anymore. So they started calling themselves white. They started calling themselves white, and they started calling black people black. And that slavery enriched the country, and the color white took on a significant meaning. So that's why everything white is good and everything black is bad, Good guys wear white, bad guys wear black. Ancient food. You ever know it's like a great white shark? It's called the great white shark, and it's not even white. It's great and white. And like a killer whale, it's called the killer whale because it's mostly black. You ever notice that? But back to what I was saying is like they always talk about like black and brown people. Even most like I said, most Hispanics, even like dark-skinned Puerto Ricans, they're classified as white on their paperwork. Oh, like I was saying, this is a country where the majority will win and the minority lose, and black people are plant minorities. Because you ever think about it, when the country was being formed, there was only about 100,000 Latinos in America, Hispanics. And there was about 6 million black people in this country. Now, there are more Hispanics in this country than there are black people. Because black people are plant minorities. They said this is a white country and the quota on black coming in. This is a white country and the quota on black people coming in this country is 0. Unless they're coming into the country as a slave. And that's what I was trying to remember. Yeah. Like I was saying, it is what it is, y'all. Alright, let me go. I gotta walking. I don't feel like driving. I'm walking. And seeing somebody walk out here is really unusual. Alright, take it easy.